Hey guys, so it'll be about between a 5 to a 10 minute video, nowhere near as long as in the last video, because me and Matt had a lot to talk about the last one. This one won't be as much. So this documentary, what I've just watched, so not reviewed, I'm reviewing that now, I'm a bit tired. Also, one last video before I go to bed will be Scream 4 review. But anyway, this is The Dark Side of Randy Orton. So I tried to get my mate Matt to, watch along and then do a review like we just did with the women's wrestling one, but he didn't want to. He said he was too tired, and then he still watched SmackDown, so I think he was fibbing to me a little bit. But anyway, he was very tired. He was just yawning towards the end when we were reviewing the women's wrestling documentary. But anyway, this documentary was alright. The women's wrestling one was more interesting, I thought. But yeah, this weren't too bad. It was about Orton's career really, and why he's controversial. So they first talk about his career, before he started in wrestling, he was in the army for a bit, the Marines. And then he got fired from he quit the Marines. Then he was working in a gas station. Then he started wrestling for OVW, which is WWE's old development system for young wrestlers to develop their craft up. And then people were saying like how cocky he was. Cena was on the documentary. His dad was a bit. Other women who dealt with him. And apparently he was just a jerk when he was younger. He was a right jerk and just she talked about him before going into Evolution, how cocky he was. But he picked up to the business fast. He became really good at it. And there were stories like, for example, one of the first ribs he did was a woman wrestler, I think when he was champion in 04, when he beat Benoit for the title. I think he talked to some woman who was a new wrestler. She didn't know Randy Orton, she didn't really follow wrestling beforehand. And he had a right go. He said, "You don't even know who I am. I'm the fucking world champion." Just having a go at her. Then he thought, you know what? She's disrespected me by not knowing who I am. What did he go and do? Allegedly. Oh god, that's wrestling ribs for you. It's really childish when you look at it outside the bubble. But he did a crap in her bag, and she opened it up and shit was there. So yeah, he got revenge on her in that way. And he did jokes as well, like masturbating himself and then shaking people's hands. That's a bit weird. And just doing weird shit. He was really just, yeah, he was taking drugs as well. And the amount of times he failed the wellness policy, he should have been fired a few times, and he got away with it multiple of times. So yeah, he did ribs like that to people. Then it talked about the problem with Mr. Kennedy, where he got Mr. Kennedy fired because he said he claims Mr. Kennedy dropped him on his head, and then he got him fired for it, and he also got Orton to help him fire him by like talking in Vince's ear to get rid of him. But I've seen that backdrop, what he did to Kennedy, what Kennedy did to Orton, sorry. It looked fine. It didn't look that bad. It just looked like a normal backdrop. But yeah, but then it was talking about how controversial he is, and then it talks about like how now he's changed. He's a lot calmer, obviously, because Cody was on the road with him. He knew what he was like, and Cody don't believe it at all. And then towards the end, it talked about how the narrator said like how he stopped getting Roman Reigns a push, and some other people, Matt Riddle, and yeah, and then yeah, just talked about things like that. It was all right. It just basically went through his career and why he was controversial. It was all right. It weren't too bad. What would I give it out of 10? I'd give it. It was an average documentary. It wasn't really interesting. I knew a lot. I pretty much knew everything before what I heard. But it weren't too. It was alright. I'd give it a 5 out of 10. It was okay. It weren't too bad. But I'll put it in the description, and you can check it out. It was alright. The women's wrestling one was a lot more interesting. But the Randy Orton one was okay. But yeah, and then I'm gonna, after this, watch Scream 4, review it, and then I'm gonna get Scream 5 and 6 reviewed. I need to get them done, then reviewed on the channel for the project before I see Scream 7. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's bonus video, and hope you enjoyed mine and Matt's discussion on the women's wrestling documentary. And yeah, thanks for watching. I gave it 5 out of 10, but check it out, see what you think to it. It was alright. Right. See you guys later then. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.